Hey, Gatekeepers! Welcome back to Weekly Soap Chronicles, your one-stop shop for all the drama, twists, and jaw-dropping moments from your favorite soap, Beyond the Gates. I'm your girl, Phil, and today I'm giving you a recap of the June 27th episode. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss a recap with a little bit of flair. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and let's get into it. Alright, so we kick things off at the casino poker room where Martin and Bill are butting heads. Martin shows up ready to handle business, but Bill's not having it. Bill is like, dude, why are you here? Step aside, I got this. But of course Martin is like, nah, I'm staying. This is about my life. It starts and ends with me, all of that. And Bill is like, dude, if you don't get out of here, you gonna mess things up. This is the way we got things planned. Please go. I'll hook up with you later. Martin finally leaves. Then Joey pops up trying to recruit Bill into the business, saying, we could use a person with your particular skill set. And Bill is like, nah, I own a tier 1 law firm. Matter of fact, my name is on the door. And, I'm cool. And then Joey is like, just in case you change your mind. And Bill says, wait for it, okay? And finishes off his drink and leaves. Like, okay, man, I ain't trying to change jobs, okay? Then Randy shows up looking all kinds of nervous. He's so scared of Joey, it ain't even funny. And Joey asks him, are you ready? And Randy is like, yeah. I'm ready to do what you ask. And then Joey says, whatever I ask. And then Randy just stand there looking goofy. Okay, all right, Randy. Whatever's going on with him, we'll find out soon enough. So now, over at Orphe Jeans, we get a rare emotional moment between Leslie and Eva. Leslie's flashing back to the time she kicked Eva out, and when Eva shows up for dinner, things are awkward. Leslie admits she's lonely and a bit of a pariah because who wants to hang out with the town pariah, right? But then the conversation takes a turn. Leslie opens up about her regrets, her ambitions, and how her relationship with Ted changed her. Eva challenges her mom to figure out who she really is without all the baggage. They reminisce about their past, share a few laughs, and even shed some tears. It's a rare, tender moment that reminds us why we love these two. Because I do. I like Eva and Leslie, and their scenes together are always good. But just as things start to feel warm and fuzzy, Jacob and Kat show up, bringing a whole new layer of intrigue. Now Kat is in full junior detective mode, pestering Jacob for updates on the case. Jacob says, you cool and everything, Kat, but you are annoying and can mess up my case. Eventually, he spills the tea. They found a tiny scratch on a helmet that could be a game changer. If they can match it to the footage, it might place Leslie at the scene of the accident. Kat's thrilled, but also a little smug. Meanwhile, Leslie and Eva are still bonding at their table. Leslie's proud of Eva's new job, but she's also cautious about Kat's involvement. Eva reassures her that she's got it under control. And then Kat, ever the pot stirrer, looks over and says, "You are cooked." So what does she mean by that? Leslie definitely wants to know. Now over at Uptown, Chelsea is waiting on Madison so they can have their little date night. But Madison is late, so much so that Chelsea was about to leave. And then Madison comes running in. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry I'm late. I was just about to leave the hospital when a patient ends up throwing up on me, all over me. I was dressed to the nines. I was gonna be real cute. I had a dress on, pretty shoes, nice little bag to go with it, and boom, dude threw up all over me. Ew, right? So she comes in with her scrubs. Now, of course, Chelsea is like, girl, you looking good in them scrubs, okay? It don't matter what you wear. You just cute to me, okay? So then they get to talking, and Madison just says how she jumps into the intimacy part of a relationship too quick, and then next thing you know, she getting dumped. And then Chelsea is like, well, you think we moving too fast? And she says, no, I'm just letting you know how it's been in my past. Okay, so just when things about to settle, they continue conversating, and all of a sudden Madison knows this chick staring at them. And she like, do you know her? And Chelsea is like, I thought I did. And the next thing you know, Allison comes over and, oh, I hate to interrupt your date. Oh, it's no problem. I'm Allison. Oh, I'm Madison. Okay, well, I hope you still keep that same energy, because can I talk to you privately, Chelsea? And Chelsea is like, you know what? This is really kind of a bad time. But then Madison is like, you know what, girl? I got early rounds in the morning, so I'm getting ready to bounce. Okay, I will holler at you later. Okay, so she leaves. So Allison sits down and she's like, I just want to apologize for hurting you. And it's because of Craig. When I told him that I kind of wanted to be exclusive with you, he got mad. He was pissed off, bitter and angry and the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, he really gave her an ultimatum. It's either her or me. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I'm trying to save my marriage, so I picked him. But, he has changed, and I'm really kind of scared of him. And then Chelsea was like, you know what? I know a good lawyer if you need one. And she was like, no, I'm not trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? But the tension between them two is undeniable. And just when you think things couldn't get any messier, Madison comes back to the restaurant and they still sitting there talking. So that's how it ends with them. So what's up? Allison gonna mention to Chelsea how I really do want to be exclusive with you. Again, girl, bye. You broke Chelsea's heart. Move on. Back at the poker room, things are heating up. Busboy Kenneth shows up and Bill introduces himself as the fixer. He threatens Busboy Kenneth, warning him to leave town or face the consequences. Busboy Kenneth is clearly not intimidated and asks if Bill is going to unalive him. Bill is like, no, that's not me, before he drops the bag of cash on the table and walks out. Busboy Kenneth stays to count his money, and in walks Randy, who locks the door and pulls out a pew-pew and aims it right at Busboy Kenneth. And that's where the episode ends. Will Kenneth make it out alive? What's Randy's deal? And how will this all tie back to the Dupree family? Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's gonna happen next. And that's a wrap on this week's BTG June 27th recap. What did you think of the Leslie and Eva heart-to-heart? Is Allison about to stir up more trouble for Chelsea? And what's Randy's end game with Kenneth? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, Gatekeepers. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode of Weekly Soap Chronicles. Until next time, Gatekeepers, keep the drama alive.